Made it dark. Hey Facebook, how y'all doing? I'm just trying to wait and see who's gonna come on tonight. Just waiting to see. Waiting for my people to come in. All right. I see people are coming in. All right, I got one person that's coming in. Hi, evangelist, or should I say prophetess? Joshua, how are you? KJ, I see you. I'm going to invite you in just a moment. Yes. Just trying to wait and see who all, if anybody else is going to join in with us tonight. Hi, Chanel. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much for joining in. Hey. So I'm going to get started and talk about, lately you guys have been seeing me posting on Facebook a lot about different testimonies and different things that I basically overcame in my life. Some people may be like, oh my gosh, she's airing out her dirty laundry, but that's not the case. I'm in this place in my life right now where I can share it. At first, I couldn't share it because God was still working on me and he was still dealing with me concerning issues of my life. And so in the midst of it, this idea came to my mind was like, why not start a campaign just stating I overcame it? And your it is whatever it is that had you bound. Your it can be whatever it was that you were dealing with. It could have been sickness. It could have been anything that was your it. So a lot of times people, today, and I've met quite a few people that's basically at the point where they don't believe their life can change. A lot of times people are saying, well, I'm the only person in this situation, I'm the only person who's dealing with this. And it's like, technically you're not the only person, but I do understand right now all you care about is the fact that you're the person who's dealing with it. You're the one who's crying at night. You're the person who's sick and have to go to these doctor's appointments. But believe it or not, there are people out there who actually overcame what you're dealing with. So it's just a matter of us, going out and sharing with other people our testimonies. And believe it or not, like, I feel like when people hear your testimony, it will definitely change lives. Like, sometimes I feel like we're too quiet as human beings. A lot of us have won so many different victories to where we're afraid to share it. Like, we don't want to share it with the other person because, one, we feel like they're going to judge us. Two, we feel like, maybe they don't want to hear my story. But believe it or not, there are people out there who actually do want to hear your story. So I'm working on this campaign with a few of my sisters in Christ. I'm getting it started and coming out with some t-shirts, and we're going to have like a Facebook page and a bunch of other ideas that we have that we're trying to gather together. But I really want people to understand and to know that we overcome by our testimonies. And when you share your testimony, it encourages somebody else to let them know that they too can overcome it. I've met many people who have been in abusive relationships, people who have been homeless, people who used to be homosexual. Some people say that once you're a homosexual, that's it, you can never change. I don't believe that. I believe that if you make a decision in your life that you're willing to change, I definitely believe that God can heal you, he can deliver you, and he can set you free. But it's all based on the person. And sometimes people just need to hear that these things are possible to happen. But how can we ever know if we don't share it? And I know that, like, nowadays people take out testimonies in church. So I'm like, why not have a night where we can all share our testimonies? So I'm going to invite some people on, and they're just going to share their testimony with you. And I pray that this bless somebody. These people have been through so many different things, and now they are walking in true freedom. They have asked God to direct their path. They are speaking in authority and claiming their victories. They are declaring every single day that they are free. And it's not just a talk about it, but it's actually like their lifestyle. Like, you can really look at them and see that these people are totally free and that they have been changed. So if you're interested tonight as we're talking and you want to share whatever it is that you overcame, please feel free to let me know. I would definitely invite you in. I'm just asking everybody to be kind of brief when you share your testimony. We want to get to the point, share it, and let's talk about it. Like, that's what we're here for. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and invite in KJ. Are you still here? Are you still with us? Yes. Okay, there you go. Hold on. All right. She's going to share her testimony and what it is that God done for her. And I'm so excited, you guys. I'm like nervous and excited at the same time because I really see this thing going somewhere. Hey, woman of God, how are you?
Hey sis, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. So, can you please share with the world, share with those out there who are, who are just like questioning if God exists or if I can actually get over this thing that I'm dealing with? So, can you share with us what it is that you overcame?
Absolutely. First of all, I want to commend you, sis, for doing this because there are a lot of people out there who need this.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I always say, there's so many people who are so just bound by their emotions because it's been ripped apart to the point where there's things stuck in the back of their throat and they can't get it out. So they need a voice to speak for them.
Yeah.
Um, One of the many things that I went through, and I've shared this a lot, I always try to share this with young ladies, is of course, there's a lot of people that's going through relationships or trying to get over a broken relationship. And I went through a relationship. I was with a man for 4 years, and only to find out at the end of the day that he was married and all this stuff, and we were getting ready to get married. And it
My
was just like
God.
I was walking around so naive to the fact, and I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe that this happened to me. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't so much that I found out, it was how everything happened. So I couldn't get over that for so many years, and I remember just turning into this ugly person because I was just so in so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and one of the things that God told me, that until you stand up to the pain, until you confront it and confront that giant, you're not going to be healed. So I just
My God.
want to encourage somebody today and let you know that a lot of times, in order for us to go through the healing process, we have to stand up to some things that's actually keeping us bound. And that's what a lot of people don't like to do. They don't want to
Yeah.
confront their past. They don't want to confront the pain. They don't want to confront the person. And a lot of times, you know what? You don't even have to confront a person who's done something against you. You just got to confront the issues that stem from that particular relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I had to actually confront pain, because pain, I'm telling you, girl, it stood up to me like it was a rebellious child. It stood up to
Yeah.
me like it was totally bigger than me, like it was that Goliath, and I was just like, I just felt like I couldn't win. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I remember changing my hair all the time. I remember not taking a bath for a couple days. I
My
remember
God.
the only person that would stay with me was my sister, and she saw everything that I went through. And I was just like, to look at you, to sit here now and to look past almost 4 or 5 years ago, I look back and I said, Lord, how did I get through that? I went through so much, just so
Yes.
much stemming from that. But I just wanted to encourage somebody today to let you know that, hey, you know what, you can be healed, but it actually starts with you. You have to go through the
Mm-hmm.
process. God never
Yeah.
didn't say, he never didn't say that we weren't going to go through pain. He never didn't say that we weren't going to go through frustration. There's things
Mm-hmm.
that we have to go through because life is tough, and it throws some low blows. It
Yeah.
hits you in your gut, and it looks at you and it stands up to you as if it's a fighter. And you have to get up and you have to begin to face it. If you are
Mm-hmm.
dealing with unforgiveness, TDJ said it best. I love listening to him sometimes. He said, what you hate, you become, but what you forgive, you release.
My
Forgiveness
God.
is not always for the other person, it's for you. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to be set free, and I know it sounds so cliche, we say, oh, well, that is the typical Christian answer. You have to forgive. But it really is, because unforgiveness, it gnaws at you like a little rat. It gnaws at you like a cancer. And if you do not face it, you don't confront it, and you don't take that thing and put it in your face and say, you know what, I know I'm dealing with this, but I know you darn well that I have to be able to forgive, because if I don't, it's going to take me under. If I don't, I'm going to die like this. It may not
Mm-hmm.
be a physical death, but it'll be something totally spiritual. It'll be something emotional, something mental, to where it would take you up out of here and you'll be walking dead.
Jesus.
So I want to encourage everybody today. I'm so proud of
Yes.
my sister for doing this, because this is empowerment. This is one of the things
Mm-hmm.
that I love and I actually stand for, to try to empower other people, because you never know the next person that you might be looking at the next day, you probably actually just saved them from taking their own lives. So I love
Exactly. And
y'all.
that's
I just wanted to share my little testimony.
yes. Before you leave, that's exactly why, I believe God gave this to me. It's because, a lot of times we walk around and it feel like we have a voice, we want to scream out and we want to say, I need help. We want to ask questions, but we're so embarrassed or we're so bound to where we don't know how to break free to silence. So being able to share this, I really just see like God really bringing a breakthrough, especially to our generation of women and young men, and letting us know that we can overcome these things that we're dealing with. There was a point that you had mentioned about being able to accept, what it was that you were dealing with. That was one thing I had wrote down, accepting your truth. A lot of times we, try to ignore the fact this is what it is. I had to accept the truth of what it was I was dealing with. Yes, I was hurt. Yes, this happened. But now where do I go from here? And so during that process, like I thank God for just even allow me to recognize it and really declaring that, I have a right to be free. Being bound is not something that's of God. So I really appreciate you sharing your story with us. I thank God for this. I'm so excited. Please share this video, you guys, and just bear with me. I'm still trying to get more people to come in to share their story, but I do appreciate you sharing your story about, the things that you went through. I can definitely relate to that because not too long ago I went through some stuff like that, but thank God we are now free.
Thank
Amen.
you,
We are
Jesus.
definitely
Thank God for freedom. I'm telling you,
free.
it's a beautiful thing to be free because
Yes,
I think of it in terms of, okay, I know that I went through something, but now I'm able to apply it to somebody else's life. And that's the most beautiful thing that I can ever
yes,
think of every single day, that God placed us here. And although we go through things, some people had just gone through some traumatic experiences, but because they are still standing and they took a choice, they made a choice to say, you know what, I'm going to make it because I have to help somebody else. The fact that
yes.
we're here and used as vessels and tools to pull other people through, because you know what, I put it like this, Tyler, too. to
Mm-hmm.
every to every person that God created, there is a nation that you are assigned to.
That's
There
good.
is a nation of people that you are assigned to. And you know what? If you don't, if you're not set free and you don't get in position, they ain't gonna make it without you. They need you.
Yes, that's
So
good.
just know that you can be set free. You can start today, but it starts with the will. You got to get
Mm.
past your egos. A lot of times you got to get past what people have done to you. And I know it's hard, but
Yes,
either you gonna live or you gonna let them allow you to die. You have a choice. At the
yes, you
end of the
do.
day, you truly do have a choice. So
Yes,
live and
and
not die. Thank you, God.
yes, that's good. Yes, definitely. And that's the choice that I chose was to live. Okay. I'm like, I gotta live. It's so much more. Like you said, there's a nation that's out there that I'm assigned to and I have to live. I no, I will not no. I chose to live and I chose to walk in freedom. And when you actually walk in that freedom, oh my God, it's a difference. Like your life changes. It's like God opens up your eyes so that you can see like in a whole different, level. And it's just to be able to experience freedom, true freedom, not halfway there, but like true freedom. It's such an amazing feeling. It's such an amazing feeling. But yes, I do appreciate you so much for sharing that with me. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and see who else want to go ahead and share.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not sure if I else want to share their testimony. If you do, please just let me know so I can go ahead and add you on. But definitely, let's give some hands. If y'all can give some hands in the little comment section for prophetess here, evangelist.
You so crazy.
Okay,
Girl. All right,
I
I
really
love you. I'm not sure. Do you disconnect me for somebody else to
um
come on, or how does it work?
I'll try to do it with the X. Yeah, let me see. All right. Okay, thank you so much, KJ, for coming on and sharing your testimony. Is it anybody else out there that would love to come on and share your testimony? You don't have to like go into depth about it. If you just want to share a brief little, sample of what it was that God, has done for you and brought you out of, definitely come on, let me know, and please share this video because somebody out there who's not on right now really need to hear this. They need to hear that they can overcome being in a relationship, dealing with being heartbroken. Somebody needs to know that just because their heart got broken, it is not their end. it is just their beginning of what God has in store for them. Okay. Anybody else, please don't be afraid, y'all. Come on, I got y'all on here, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. But I really want us to open up and share what it is that God has allowed us to overcome. And I'm telling you, when you share